This is Debbie, and welcome to my Offbeat Journey to becoming a full-time location-independent freelancer. I'll be sharing my tips and tricks as well as the realities of this offbeat lifestyle. Hey friends, I am so excited to be speaking with you today. I know I took a little break last month and I didn't publish my Offbeat Journey episode. It has been quite a hectic month, honestly, a hectic summer. But it's been really fun as well. Aaron and I have been really busy moving, trying to enjoy the weather, whatever we need to do during this season. But today I'm really excited to talk about this topic because I wanted to talk to you about consistency over motivation. And it is such a great topic because I've been reading, or rather listening to David Goggins' audiobook, Can't Hurt Me. And one of the topics that he covers is just that, right? Why you should be aiming for consistency, creating habits rather than finding motivation for yourself. And one of the things that David talks about, now, if you don't know who David is, he was a Navy SEAL. He's incredible. He's done so many things with his body that many people thought that were impossible, and he was actually able to do it. He came from a very broken childhood, family, and he pretty much just rose above that. So if you haven't read it, his book is called Can't Hurt Me, and again, it's by David Goggins. I will put a link out on my website, theoffbeatlife.com, if you want to get a link for that. So like I was saying, he actually talks about, why most of us look for motivation, but he says that motivation, and I definitely agree with this, is absolutely fleeting, right? And it's very true because most of the time we find that motivation, we're really gung-ho, we read a very motivational speech maybe on YouTube, we read a really incredible book like David Goggins' book, and we want to do it. We want to do everything that they say that you should do. We find that motivation for maybe a week or two, maybe a day or two, and then all of a sudden you hit a roadblock and then you lose it and you're back to square one. And this is absolutely true, right? It's great when you find that motivation, but what happens when you actually lose it? You're back to square one, and then you have to refine it over and over again. And it seems like you're just going in a circle. It's like a hamster in a hamster wheel. You just keep going. You find it, you lose it, you find it, you lose it. So he says that's not really what you should aim for. Instead, you have to aim for consistency, to do the work even when you're unmotivated. And when we learn to do this is when we really create a habit that is going to allow us to succeed and do what we need to do even when we're unmotivated to do something that we don't want to do. So this is really important, right? Because you probably felt this too. I have definitely felt that, where you think everything is going right. And again, back to square one. So David's book is really, really incredible, and you should definitely read it. And I was drawn to his emphasis on consistency because obviously I think it's right. And I found myself looking as well, for the right moments to find something that can motivate me. But as I've grown my business as well as my skills, I learned that it was actually the habits that I have created for myself, that I've set, that has allowed me to grow and allowed me to show up every single day, even when there was no motivation, even when I was feeling down, even when I just didn't want to do the work. Right? It's these habits that allows you to keep going even when you feel like you don't have anything, really no reason to do it for. So if you are in the type of mindset that you constantly need to be motivated in order to get started, or you need someone to constantly tell you how to do it, when to do it, or you need to have audiobooks, read something to really get you hyped up, why not try doing and creating your own set of habits? Why don't you try doing something every single day, right? Making that something that you know you need to do. It's part of your routine. Make it a part of your routine, right? Because once you do that, you know exactly, your body is going to understand what you need to do, right? It's like having a motivation muscle that you build in yourself. So you get started, you exercise that motivation muscle within yourself, and then once you keep doing it every single day, I believe they say it's 21 days to create a habit, right? Start 21 days, create that habit. And once you create that motivation muscles, like I mentioned, you're going to see that it actually does change the way you do things every single day, right? Your body, your mind is going to remember, okay, even though I don't feel like it, this is what I created. I have to be really consistent. I created this consistency for myself. I have a habit now. Now I have to do it, right? So whatever it is that you need to do it for 21 days. Create that for yourself and just see what happens after that, right? Because even when you are not motivated to do an action, to do work, whatever it is that you want to do and you want to be motivated to do, just create a habit of doing it daily. And then you are going to see those motivational muscles flex. And this has definitely happened to me where I am not motivated to work that day. I just start working because I know I have to do it. I have a set schedule and I just follow it. And then after about 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, then my motivational muscles start kicking in. And I thought I was only going to give myself an hour or two of work. And then I find myself 5 or 6 hours later still working on a project that I needed to find motivation on. So this is really important, right? So I would say I absolutely agree with David Goggins. Motivation is fleeting. You have to create consistency. You have to create habits for yourself instead, because sometimes you're just not going to be motivated, and oftentimes you still have to do it. And if it's something that's brand new to you, something that you really want for yourself, and it's just not happening. Maybe you're feeling down about it. You're not getting the right results that you want, whether it is a remote job you're trying to find or a business that you're trying to get out and make into success. It doesn't happen overnight, and you have to make sure that you are constantly working on it and you're creating a habit for yourself so that you can succeed and grow. And yeah, that's about it for today. There's really no secret to all of this. It's just making sure that you create a habit for yourself and you become really consistent and very much aware of what you are doing, and you're not waiting for things to happen to you. And that's another thing about motivation, right? It's like, why are you waiting for motivation? Instead of waiting around for it, create it for yourself. And in order to do that, you should start creating those habits, being consistent every single day. And that's how you become proactive, and that's going to lead you to success. All right, everyone, that's it for today. I am really excited to share this with you. Hopefully it helps. If you have any topics that you would like for me to cover, and I've had a few of my listeners reach out to me asking me to cover a few topics for them. I will get to that in the next few episodes. If you have any suggestions, any requests of what we should talk about, what you want to listen to, feel free to email me at hello@theoffbeatlife.com, and I will speak to you all later, and have a great day. Bye. Hey, Offbeat family, I really appreciate you listening to this episode. I would love to hear more from you and what you think of the podcast. Suggestions on guests, topics we can discuss, or maybe you just want to be friends. Why don't we chat some more on Facebook at The OB Life, or send me a message at hello@theoffbeatlife.com. I can't wait to hear from you.